brother, the
Thank
greatest teacher in the game, the great Ettore Messina.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And I get to eat pasta in Milan with him all the time.
Good morning. Nothing of what Brandon said is true. You know that. So I'm always, humbled and embarrassed by the good feels that he has for me, that he has had for me for 30 years. I've learned a lot from him, from Coach Daly, and I'm just grateful that he invites me to talk with you guys, and I hope that this will be not a waste of time. When Brandon asked me what can you talk about and what's going on in your league, the EuroLeague, and it's exactly what Coach Donovan just told you. Like in the NBA, we're facing more and more switching. And if you want to try to win games, you need to help your team to learn how to switch, and you need to find a way to attack switches where most of the times, unless you have a very, very talented team, you will not be able to just give the ball to a player and the player takes over and he beats the big, okay? You need to find a way to help them to attack this situation, which is uncomfortable. Going back to what Coach Donovan said, you gotta find a way to be comfortable when you're not comfortable. Okay, that's the situation typical. You attack switches, you don't have an ISO player who can beat them. Maybe you're big, he's not very good back to the basket. So you need to find ways. And defensively, it's the opposite. So my purpose today and tomorrow, and we'll take care of the time. We will stop sometimes to answer your questions, and then I'll finish tomorrow. My purpose is to start from the defensive end, okay, to see why we switch and how we switch, and then translate that in how we try to attack those switches, okay? But before doing that, there are a few things that I need to talk, and like in an introduction. I'm always more interested when I come to a clinic in trying to share with the fellow coaches that are spending their time listening to me. I'm much more interested in discussing the thought process. I think it's worthless to come here and to tell you I do this, whether it's offense or defense. I think that my responsibility is try to share with you my thought process that brought me to do this rather than that, to adjust this to my group of players. And I think that's more helpful for you. So the thought process, as always, starts with those two pillars that I have already shared with some of you who have been here in the years before at the clinic. We try to teach basketball. Personally, I try to teach basketball both ends of the court, keeping in the right reference spacing and defense, okay? Spacing is basically the concept of do not allow one defender to guard his man and at the same time disturb somebody else, okay? That means have the proper distance so a defender cannot be guarding two people at the same time. Or do the right thing to make so that people cannot kill your spacing. Can I have 4 players on the court, please? To give you an idea about spacing. You're on offense here, you're on offense in the corner, you guard him and you guard him, okay? So I have the ball here against my defender. If he stays there, this player can probably defend him and still bother me if I try to attack, correct? If he slides to the wing, now it's different, even more. Foul line extended, that's exactly right. Now he needs to take a decision. If he wants to help, I will probably give him the ball, correct? But at the same time, if he stands in the corner, for a split second, if I attack the middle and he wants to shift, that player can be in between, and on the pass, maybe, now you can just stunt and get back. No, and you recover to your man. You understand what I mean? Let's do it a little bit live, okay? So ready, I attack, you shift, boom, you kick it back, end of the play. Why? Because they're too close, okay? So here is the problem. You can solve the problem in multiple ways. For example, some coaches, when they have two players on the same side where the ball is going to, they like this player to backdoor, okay? And so now they remain with a single helper. It's clear? Personally, I'd like more to attack the shift, to cut the baseline guy and flare this guy to the corner. Okay? Because this opens up more, in my opinion. But this is not the important thing. The key is, whatever you want to do, you need to spend time and decide what you want to do to maintain the proper spacing. Because if you lose spacing, even if you create the advantage, you lose the advantage. Does it make sense? So the focus is not on the action, but the focus is on the principle. And you, I think, have to decide if you want to coach basketball as a sequence of actions, or if you want to coach basketball through concept. Those are two completely different things. Okay? And once you take a decision of how you want to be as a coach, then you keep going. And you develop your teaching process, your teaching method, and everything which is related to that. Okay? So do not focus here on what you do to attack, to keep the spacing. Focus on the concept that in multiple situations, to maintain the proper spacing will help you to create, once you create the advantage, to keep that advantage and probably end in a good shot. Make sense? So, offensively, you want to do this. Defensively, you want to attack the spacing of the offensive team and shrink as much as you can and help the helper. All the things that we teach. But fundamentally, the war is between creating the spacing and destroying the spacing. Make sense? Okay? Timing. Timing is that in our sport, everything happens while something else is finishing. So, my teammate is getting open. Can you get open? No, just V-cut and come to the middle. That's it. So, do it again. I make the pass while he's getting open, not when he's already open. Because if I start my passing in the moment that he's already open, now he will deny. Especially in screening actions, can you please go down there and you set a screen for him, okay? So you use the screen, you V-cut, that's exactly right. Now he's coming off, the ball is leaving my hands. When I just see his hand, do it again, slowly now, give me the ball. Imagine the ball is there, slowly, okay? So he V-cuts, boom, stop. Now as soon as I see his head coming off the screen, if I see that the defender is not switching, my pass is going. Even more easy to understand on a flare situation. So set the screen, and please, on a V-cut, when you use the screen, shoot the gap. Understand what I mean? Slowly, okay? Go. And you flare to the corner. No, shoot the gap. Go between him and him, okay? Slowly, please. Okay. Hop. Okay. Now, watch this. Very slowly. If I wait to start executing the pass to see this, now I raise the ball here to go 2 hands over the head. Now it's too late. defender will catch him in the corner. So as soon as I see the defender that wants to go through, I'm already doing this. It's a difference of a split second. Make sense? If I execute the pass when I already see the position, the final position of the defender, my pass will be late and will probably be a turnover. So the defense is trying to break my timing, while on offense, we're trying to keep the proper timing with proper use of the fundamentals, the pass, the cutting, the screening. Okay? Thank you. I try to keep it short because otherwise we need 6 days here. So this is the big thing. Talking more generally about defense. Defense, we want to destroy the spacing of the offense, and we want to destroy the timing. How? Denying, putting pressure on the ball, floppy action. Point guard is here. If he's not pressed, he'll make the right pass. If I jump on him, he will probably do this and will miss the moment for the pass. Correct? Okay, very simple, very basic. Another example where you attack the timing of the offense. Why you switch? First reason, because we cannot handle pick and roll. Because if we hedge, or we ice, or we drop, the offense will keep the advantage. They will keep the advantage, they will start making passes and finding open shots. Or maybe we cannot handle pick and roll because we don't have enough size, or we do not have enough physicality, whatever it wants. We have a problem with pick and roll, so we say, okay, let's switch, and let's see what happens. Another good reason to switch for the defense is that the big man that is screening and rolling and playing maybe is not good with his back to the basket. Or even if he can score with his back to the basket, is not good if you trap him after we switch the small on him. So we want him to be a passer. Maybe we trap him and we will see how. And we take advantage of his lack of ability to pass. Third reason, and in my opinion it's the most important reason to switch, is because you're defending a team that moves well the ball and the players. What happens when you usually switch? What happens? The offense stops moving. The ball and the players. The offense freezes when you switch. How many times we see this? Player here, he gets the switch, and now he goes. Because he wants to start doing this. True or not? How many times we do it? Even at high level, even in the NBA, even in the top EuroLeague teams. You see teams that for whatever reason, when they see the switch, either because they do not recognize well the situation, or because the players become a little bit eager to attack the switch with the dribble, they stop the ball movement. So we're already in good shape. So these are the reasons why we switch. And we'll try to see how. But before that, I have a last point that I want to make sure to talk about. All of us, we spend a lot of time working on half-court defense, correct? How we guard this action, how we guard that pick and roll, how we guard the post-up, how we guard the floppy action. But think about this. And now I give you an example at international level, where the game is played over 40 minutes. Over 40 minutes in the EuroLeague, if you want to score 80, 85 points, you need absolutely about 20 to 25 points between transition points and second chances points. Okay? So my main goal is with my players, and I go back to what Coach Donovan said before. Let's find a way to understand how we want to be as a team, how we think we can be effective as a team. Effectively, I spend time telling them, listen, if we have good transition defense and we try not to put ourselves in rotations, that means that probably we can box out properly and rebound the ball well. So now, from 25, let's say we give up 10, 12 points between second chances and fast break points. Now to score 80, 85, you need to score more than 60 points in a half court. It's a lot of points to score in the half court. A lot of points. So I learned this living with Coach Pop. Coach Pop, every day that he has a practice, and in the NBA we didn't practice that much because of the games and whatever, but whatever practice he was doing, even if it was a 30 minutes practice, and sometimes even in shoot around, he was putting a transition defensive drill just to do what he calls muscle memory, just to remind his players that getting back on defense, sprinting back on the release of the shot. Don't stay there. I'm on the wing here. My teammates shoot from the corner, and I stay here and see if the ball goes in or out. No, he shoots from the corner. The ball is leaving his hands. I'm already back here. I don't wait to see if the ball goes in or out. Boxing out people. Put bodies on bodies. That will allow us not to depend a lot on half-court defense. And now half-court defense will become a major issue to overcome for the offense because they know that they cannot have easy points. I think mentally is a huge, huge point of emphasis in our preparation. Let's go back to the switching. So we said 3 reasons to switch. Let's start from this. We don't want to give an early switch. So, if we score, and let's say we are in that part of the game where we are switching, if we score, we want to extend our defense in a fake press, where our goal is not to steal the ball, is not to gamble. Our goal is to slow down the offense. So we try to make the ball handler reverse dribble 2-3 times. So instead of 4 seconds to cross half court, maybe he needs 6 or 7. And then once he crosses half court and he goes into the play, maybe the moment they get to the real threatening pick and roll, 10, 12 seconds have already gone. So now we have to handle, after switching, 10, 12 seconds, no more than that. It's completely different if we score, we let them come quickly on offense. Now maybe they have immediately a horns action or whatever. We want to switch, and they still have 16 seconds to attack the switch, to look for the mismatch, or to isolate the player on the whatever they want to do. So if we score, we do the fake press. If we miss, we don't want to switch the transition pick and roll, the drag. We don't want to switch that. But again, we want to give us a chance to gamble a little bit in that pick and roll. So can I have a player here, an offensive player here with a ball handler and a big there, a big with on offense, please, and a big on defense. Come on, let's go. Thank you. Big on D, big on offense, please. Big on offense. Very good. Thank you. So you catch the outlet, very good, and you start pushing the ball, okay? And most of the teams will come with a pick and roll. So you're playing defense, you're playing offense. You're the big coming here and screening for me. So you all understand easily that if I miss what we call the pickup point and we allow him to start to approach the three-point line and run the first pick and roll and whatever defense we want to have at the beginning of the play, and we do it here we make a mistake, it's an open shot. So we miss, we want to get back, and we want to try to have a high pickup point. So high pickup point means that I don't do this. He pushes the ball. I don't do this. As a result, I get into the three-point line. Now the screen happens here. Whatever we do, hedge, switch, ice, whatever, everything is really dangerous. He catches the outlet, I'm here, and now I start faking him and trying to slow him down. And ideally, I want to pick him up and establish my defensive stance 2 big steps above the three-point line. Because catching him here and forcing them to set the first screen here, with the exception of very few players, allows me to go under this first screen. And then you decide what you want to do. You want to edge and under, okay. You want to drop the big and still try to go under, and then if they rescreen, you will ice. Do whatever you want. I'm not here to tell you what you have to do. I'm just saying that it's more important in the thought process to think where the first pick and roll will happen and attack that location, okay? Attack the spacing. Try to break the timing. Do not make them feel comfortable, okay? And everything starts with respecting the concept of pick a point, because most of the kids will think, he's not a shooter. So they come here. Now you go under against the non-shooter. Under against the non-shooter, they can just rescreen me, and the non-shooter will drive me. So now what I do? I need to switch. I need to do something. I'm in rotation, which is what I don't want to do. So high pick-up point, most important thing. Okay? So either with a fake press or with a good transition D and the high pick-up point, we try not to switch the first pick and roll. Okay? Now, can I have 5 reds on offense, so 2 plus 3, and 5 blues? Thank you. You come here at the slot. You're the screener, and then we have player in the corner, player in the corner, player at the slot there. Okay? Forget the position. Deep corner, please. So let's say they move the ball and they run their play and they have a pick and roll here. Can be with corner field or corner empty, okay? Or they run their play and the ball might be here and now you're there, blah, 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 whatever you want. I like to show you this situation because defensively it's the most difficult to cover, the 4 corners, okay? So let's say they got into a situation where after moving the ball from one side to the other, they have the pick and roll. And we can help the team telling them, not necessarily, you can choose. You can tell them, switch the pick and roll, switch every pick and roll after they reverse the side of the offense. You can tell them, switch under 12, switch under 14, whatever you want to do. But let's say we find an agreement in understanding what for us is the dangerous pick and roll. And again, I'm not here to tell you, you have to do this. I'm just telling you, you got to find a way to recognize when you want to switch. Could be location on the court, could be clock, how many seconds left, can be kind of action, can be player. We'll switch all the pick and rolls when the ball is in the hands of him. And the other players we don't switch because we don't think they're creative enough in pick and roll. You can get to that point. You can grow your team in understanding the game more and more. You know, you can create more, let's say, problem to the offense in understanding what your plan is. And keep it in mind, you cannot do for 40 minutes the same thing. You cannot. The offense has the ball, has the initiative, because they decide what you do. So they will sooner or later get comfortable, recognize, and be effective. So you need to give them to think of what they're doing, okay? So pick and roll here. Let's start talking on the basics. Main thing, anytime my guy is going to the ball, I start yelling, screen, screen, screen. I don't wait for him to be here and almost touch him, because now for him, it will be impossible to switch under. And what will happen will be this. Can you do this switch, please? And you try to go over, because he calls it that late. So you switch late. Now you see, switch, don't worry, come here. He's on, slow, here, do it again, please, do it again. Okay. So you're guarding your man, you don't recognize that early that there is a switch. So you get caught, now he has him on the high side. Okay? My goal here as a defender, let me do it, is when the screen comes, is know it in advance when the screen is coming, so I can go from aggressiveness to switch. Okay? So when he rolls, I am between him and the rim. And even if I'm small, I will be here, roll to the rim to catch it, to resist a little bit. Because if I can stop him here, now we can dig, we can create problems. If I, for whatever reason, I switch over, I switch like this, now this pass will happen. And now you need to come, we are in rotation, they kill us. Okay? So the early communication is crucial, not for fun, not to show that we communicate like Indiana University under Coach Knight 30 years ago. We don't want to please our ego. We need to be effective. Early communication, I go back with Coach Donovan said about being accountable, being responsible, is because I need to help my teammate to switch under. And the other thing we want to do is this. When I hear, no, get back. Start yelling screen, okay, first. When I hear screen, I want to pick up this leg here and get closer to him. Super. Get closer to him. Because now if I do this, the screen will come one step higher, and now when he goes like this, I will have time to sneak under. If I go away from him, because I'm afraid of the screen, and I do this, now it's a mess. You know, that will make it easier for him to roll, sealing the defender. That's a habit that we need to fight. The fact that when they hear screen, they go away from the ball handler. You got to go into his hip. Into his hip. Whatever defense you want to do, hedge and over, blitzing, whatever, you need to get closer to him, even on the switch. Sometimes they think that switch allows us to do a soft switch, and that's crucial that we fight it. Switch has a part of aggressiveness in it, and I'll show you why. Because now, so who has got him? You do what? Now I do your job. So come a little closer to, very good. So screening action close to the 3-point line. So you go. Screen, switch, and I want to switch aggressively. I want to switch aggressively for one simple reason. Because, let's do it please, let's do it. If you switch passively, so switch flat, okay? Now you roll, okay? Switch flat. Switch flat means that you come here flat, not aggressively, okay? Do it again. If you switch flat, exactly the opposite. If we switch flat, means that you switch like this, watch. Like containing me, okay? Then we'll do the aggressive switch, okay? Ready? So, switch flat, roll. This allows me to make this pass. In the switch, keep it in mind, the most dangerous pass will be the direct pass to the roller from the top. You don't want that. It's impossible to rotate, or if you like to triple switch, like we will see in a minute, okay? It's not possible. You need the ball to be on the wings to be organized in your switch out situation. So the big, even if he's a slow foot player, go give me the ball. Screen, switch, hop and back. Up to make him lose the timing for the pass. That moment that he sees the switch and he goes like this. Just fight that moment. And then don't stay aggressive, spread the defense. No way. It's just 1 second. You basically jump switch with your hands and then you retreat and you start your containing on the guard. Because here's another important point. Good defenses know and learn how to be, when to be aggressive and when to be containing. If your defense is always aggressive, it's like in high school ball. Everybody aggressive, everybody deny, and then somebody drives and scores. Of course, if you're always containing, they make 2 passes and then they shoot a 3. So it's very important that we understand when we want to be aggressive and when we must contain. Let's go back to this. So, talk early. Pick up the slack. You switch aggressively, then you retreat, and you try to go under and resist. It's clear? Now let's talk about the other players. When we switch, we don't want to give easy triangles. Why? Can you screen and roll diagonally? Coming up. Hey, here. Exactly. Roll diagonal and seal him. Okay? Do one more time. So you allow this pass. Okay? So you're there. Basically, you don't care. Okay? On me. Go. Switch. Boom. 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 We're in rotation. We're done. So, or, now throw behind the ball, please. Throw the ball behind. I will be there. Or, same thing. Go. Switch. Boom. Boom. Okay? You don't want that. So when we switch, for 1 second we jump switch, and we take away the triangle players. How? Run this way. Stop. We don't want to be like this, because that's not realistic. We want to be in what I call an open denial. So go back again. Thank you, guys. Open denial, stop, means that I have one hand here. I'm in an open stance, because if something happens and the guy turns the corner, I want to be able to do this, okay? But one hand is here. Now, if he wants to catch the ball, do it. Try to catch it. To catch it, he needs to make, no, do it again. I'm here, one hand here, good. If you want to catch it, I have one hand here, you probably need to make a step, correct? So let's do it. Step back and catch it. Okay, go. Fine, I don't care. Look how long is this pass. Does it make sense? Completely different if he catches the ball here, like, sometimes you see these great 4 men who can pass a shoot, set a screen there, they catch the ball here, do the same thing, and roll hard to the rim. They catch it here, boom, boom, and they destroy your defense. Open denial, make him get the ball further. Take away that spacing. Attack their spacing, attack their timing. Same thing here. You switch under, you resist, and here, go. Okay? You try to do this and take away the triangle. You want the offense to freeze as much as possible and stop their ball movement. We do not help from the single side, because the shake action is what the offense wants. Okay? We take away the shake action. That's why it's important that here we are very good here to switch under. Okay? So go, switch under, exactly. Because of course, if we switch bad here and the guard is on top, now on the roller, the guys must help and we give up a 3. Everything is related. one thing to the other is related. So you want to take away the triangles. Now, let's talk for a second about this. If we take away the triangles, coach, you don't want to triple switch? No, I want to specify where I want to triple switch and when not. As a rule, I don't like to triple switch from the single side. So I give it what we're saying. So come here. So can we flip the matchup, please? So you are a little, can you come here and guard the ball? Perfect. Because he's too big and you're too tall, it's difficult for the coaches to really see what we're talking about. So here we have, even if he's tough and he's a great athlete, on the switch, they switch, okay? And maybe he thinks to do a good thing when he rolls to release him to the corner, correct? So good teams will just hold the player in the corner, the shooter in the corner, because we go triple switch, and when you roll, start leaving your man to release him. You understand what I mean? So, yeah, exactly. Let's do it. Ready? Go. Pam, 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 boom, open three. That's why I don't want to do this on the single side. I want to do this, or practice this, practice the triple switch. Let's say that you're there, or you're the four man, okay? Very good. Come here, please. Set the screen this way. Down. So now player is going away from the to the two-man side. So we have two players on the back side where we have a big guy, another big man. So going this side, roll, you get him because you're bigger. You get him because you're bigger, and you fly out there. You understand what I mean? And again, it's an aggressive switch. Bravo. Ready? So basically, you leave the smaller player out, and you are bigger, you protect. Okay? Ready? Let's go. Go. Boom. You see? Boom, boom. Okay? On the two-man side, it's easier for the defense in terms of spacing and timing to do the triple switch. And you can organize the defense, for example, that you tell them, listen, regardless where he's the big, you will cover him. So for example, you're defending the corner guy. You are defending the corner guy, and you're up. Can you flip the matchup? You go there. Okay, very good. So now, when they start the action, you recognize that you are the big guy, of course, and you have to cover the other big on the switch. So you gotta tell him, you stay. So now, on the switch, you roll, you take him, okay, and, ball is going away from you, okay? So now, you still go there, and you stand and get the corner, okay? Let's do it. Everything is key, what you do. Make me lose the moment for the pass. Bravo, now contain. Sorry, do it again, sorry. Ready? And back. Okay. Boom. Okay? You just leave it there. And how do you switch? You switch, come into the ball. Okay? So you're here. Can I have the ball handler there? So you're here. At the elbow. Screen elbow. Very good. You're here, you see, and you meet him here. The earlier you meet him, the better it is. You got to drop and see both, because if he backdoors, you got to see that. Okay? So drop, and you immediately say, boom, run away. Okay? Let's do it faster now. You understand what I mean? Ready? Go. Good. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. I just showed this for the sake of sharing different opinion. Personally, if I could build a team with let's say, the right roster, I don't like the triple switch. I'd rather do the two-man switch and deny more, because it's more difficult to attack. More difficult. Okay? Now, last little thing for today, and then we'll finish tomorrow. Let's go back here. Switch. You throw the ball back. You throw the ball back. Here. So even if you're kind of slowing his catch, he will end up catching. Not in a situation where you can score because you're on him, but now he might feed him, correct? So when we switch and the ball goes on the wing, with a pass to the wing, we basically zone now. So ball is there, you're here at the elbow, you're at that elbow, you're there. And what we want to do is you work your ass to front him. You want to give up a lob pass, okay? So you are attacking him. And by the way, talking about when you can be very aggressive. This is a great situation when you realize that I catch it and I start doing this, now that's where you jump on me, and ideally you want me to dribble here, into the crowd, and you make everything difficult for them. Every time somebody is doing this, you read his eyes, you read the position of the ball around his body, and you attack him and you force him to put it on the floor. Because now you destroy their timing. Because he goes from here to do this, now it's over. It's another play. They have to invent something. And maybe they will score, but you're taking them out of their comfort zone. Okay, they cannot run their nice play with the triangles and whatever. Make him put the ball on the floor, especially if the small is fronting. Good. Attack him big time. And now if that happens, you can boom, boom, do whatever you want. But you create something. Anyway, let's go back here. So we call this situation where we start zoning, we call it white. I stole from Coach Pop to use different colors for different situations. So we switch is red, and to come from the baseline is white. So ball is there. Here, front, what we want to do is on the lob, you're going. Baseline guy, you're helping him. Go, throw the lob. Boom, stop. You drop, now you're here, very good. As soon as the ball, that happens, you are halfway here. Because if he sprints to the corner, maybe you need to go with it. That's exactly right. Okay? Now, everybody does this. No surprise. Lob, force the weak side coming from baseline, whatever. Some teams, especially in Europe, they even do this. Against players that they think are not good passers, they almost, instead of fronting him, they play like this, and they want him to catch the ball. They want him to catch the ball because now he has it, you are here, we want to force him in a situation where he will turn it over because he cannot, he doesn't have a game there, okay? So you basically fake that you are aggressive because what you really want is him receiving the ball in the post, okay? But you decide. What I want to tell you is lob it. You got to take a decision. In this situation, you want to keep the trap or you want to have the baseline help to release the small. No, you go to the opposite corner. Okay, it's clear. It's two completely different concepts. And you need to take a decision of what you prefer for your players. Okay? For example, in the last 3 years, I had Sergio Rodriguez, the point guard of the Spanish national team, who played also in the NBA with Philadelphia and Portland when he was younger. And Sergio is not physical. So we always released him. We didn't want to keep him in the trap. So that could be easier because you can say, listen, we attack their, let's say, ball movement. And of course, if we do not trap and we just release the guy, the small guy, now we're probably body. Clock is running down, and the player here needs to create something off the dribble, probably a fadeaway jumper. Or you might say, no, I'd rather keep the traps. and go maybe for a steal. Or if you have a team that has evolved, you can have both. You know? So, for example, this year I had quite a smart team, and we got to a point that in some games we were calling it black, and on the pass here, we were faking the trap. So we were forcing giving the ball back. With a hard on the switch, the small was staying on the high side and forcing him to catch one step there. Now, catch it there. And now you fake, you don't come. I want him to think that if he goes, you're there. If he doesn't, you don't come. Because during the game, at the beginning, he expects that every time he catches it, if you come, no, come. Stop. So he wants to take advantage of this. So instead of attacking, he reverse pivot, create space, and make a good pass to a slasher or to a shooter. So we start gambling a little bit, challenging that big to understand if we were coming or not. But you cannot complicate the life to your team, first of all. So keep it easy. Keep it easy means decide if you want to keep the trap or release the guy that switched. One big thing is that if you trap here, you are like this, and you come to me, correct? You come to me. On the fly of the ball, you come here to my foot. That's exactly right. Here, okay? Because you don't want him to split us. Because if he splits us, it's either a foul or a pass to the weak side. We don't want him to skip the ball. And now we are in a tough rotation. Ideally, we want the ball to be passed here or here, so it's a short closeout, okay? And we are not in rotation. And the other thing is, so you are here, bravo. And if he wants to try an outside pass with his right hand, you gotta move your hands like this and try to trace the ball as much as possible, okay? One big thing going back, and then I will start tomorrow answering your questions because now I'm exhausting all my time, okay? I apologize. One little thing which is huge that I always talk to my players. So, we switch, I come up, you try to take away this pass, good, ball is here anyway, and now we start working. Now, we zone, and you're there, arms spread, play big, all of you. I gotta see that it's difficult to throw a pass there. If you're all with your arms like this, go with your arms, drop your arms, and you just slash, for example, it's easy for me to see the space to attack. One huge thing, and then I finish for today. One huge thing in basketball, defensive basketball, is do not show them the space to attack. And I give you an example. I learned this many, many years ago. Can you just go away? I just need you on the wing here. You can go. Just I need one player here. No, with the defense. Very good. Okay, ball is here. Okay, you know what? Let's do it there because it makes it easier for me to explain. Go, you're here. And you can leave. Just two players. One, offense, defense. Okay? So many, many years ago, we were in a playoff series in Italy and in the EuroLeague against the other team of Bologna. I was coaching one team. The other team has this player named Carlton Myers, an athlete, amazing scorer, amazing player with his right hand. Okay? So at one point, because he was so good with his right hand, we told the players, we played them 10 times in a year. We told our players, forget middle and baseline. When he has the ball, you take away the right hand. So if he's on this side of the floor and he has the ball here, you play his right shoulder. Your nose is on the right shoulder. We cannot give penetration here. Okay? So one of my players was Rašo Nesterović. He was 21 back then, 21. He ended up playing a very good career in the NBA. Played with the Spurs, with Toronto, and whatever. And he showed me that he was doing this. Stay there. I'm guarding you. I'm guarding the big. He was here. When the ball was there, take away the right shoulder. Come on, play aggressive. Stop. Very good. He was here. So he was guarding the left hand of the right hand player. So now he sees two bodies. He sees the body of the defender on him, and he sees me on his way to the rim. If I'm on the backside here, if I'm on the backside and I stay right behind the butt of my teammate, you are all sitting there. You see that there is an open line because we are on the same line of the defense. You understand? So he sees the space that he attacks. And the player with the ball, he just needs to see the space that he can attack, boom, and he's gone. So how you position yourself on defense can be really helpful to upgrade your defense. It's very simple. Just give them the concept. Do not help on the ass of your teammate. Correct? So just play. So if he's high, boom, I'm a little lower. Okay? Good. Not too high. Same thing, and we will talk about that when we shift. Discourage the vision of a space to attack. That can prevent a lot of problem defensively. Okay? I apologize because I went long. Thank you to the kids. You're being fantastic. On a difficult topic to show, you really helped. Thank you. Thank you so much. So tomorrow, we'll start with your questions about this. We'll finish maybe with a couple of things, couple of little things, little details that I think are important to take care of defensively. And then I'll try to talk vice versa, what you can do to attack the switch. Okay? Hopefully you didn't fall asleep. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you.
Launches a three. Curry fires a three. Puts it in. Curry finds some room, fires, and hits. By Curry, shots good. Second team foul. Curry for three. Team foul. Curry for three.
Let's talk live mode. This new feature will allow you to control practice and training from your phone. With the slide and tap of your finger, you can now control the location, launch, and tempo of your machine. No more random balls, no need to reset your machine, just slide or tap and boom, there you go.